Thank you very much for coming out. My name is Rod Holmes. I'm from a local Chicago company called Chicago Style SEO, and we're a full-service internet marketing firm, which means, in broad strokes, both SEO and pay-per-click, but other things as well. And I'm going to be talking about pay-per-click, and I do want you to know that, well, let me ask, how many of you have AdWords accounts? Hands up. Okay, pretty good. How many of you have more than one ad group or know what an ad group is in your account? Ooh, okay. All right. So the people who had their hands up the second time, a lot of this may be very basic for you. We're not going to be getting into any, super tricks of how you do things. This is more of an overview. However, you're welcome to ask questions. We're on a bit of a time schedule, but we do have some time for questions. All right, so let's get started. Okay, pay-per-click. So arose by any other name. So pay-per-click goes by quite a few different names. You've probably heard of PPC, is the acronym for pay-per-click. There's also search engine marketing. Search engine marketing usually means the same thing as pay-per-click, and that is abbreviated as SEM. There is also AdWords. What's AdWords? Anybody? It's Google's version of pay-per-click. Okay. Anybody know what Bing's is called?
Microsoft Ad Center.
Ad Center. Okay. How about Yahoo? Ah, good point. Good. It's called search marketing. Really tricky name, search marketing. But as she indicated, it's going away. It's getting folded into Bing. Yahoo and Bing are combining both organic and they're combining their pay-per-click. And so if you do have a Yahoo account and you don't have a Bing account, you need to get Bing going because it's going to go away. Okay, so all these different names basically mean the same thing. I'm going to be talking mostly about AdWords, and all the screenshots and everything you're going to see are related to AdWords. Because quite honestly, with most of our clients, unless they can't spend enough money on Google, there's not much point in moving on to the other search engines. So we usually start and get everything optimized on AdWords, and then if they still have more money to spend, then we move on to Bing and Yahoo. And soon, we'll only have to deal with two. Okay, so let's make sure everybody understands what pay-per-click is. This is just a normal search engine results page. You'll hear that called a SERPs page. All right, and the ads are in two places. You can have up to three ads on the top of the SERPs and up to 10 ads on the side. Okay, so most you'll have is 13 ads on one SERPs page. So just making sure everybody knows this is what we're talking about, these ads. All right, so why is, sorry, I'm a wanderer, but does it come off? I still have to punch the button. So why is pay-per-click important? A lot of companies will say, well, we don't want pay-per-click, okay? We want organic, and that's perfectly good. You don't have to pay for organic. But pay-per-click definitely has a place in most internet marketing budgets and plans. One of the biggest things is instant traffic. Okay, if you're working on your organics, it's instant traffic that you basically just purchase. You're purchasing traffic. It is trackable and controllable return on investment. You can just say, I want, if your product is sold through a shopping cart, you can know to the 1/10 of a percent, 100th of a percent, what your return on investment from AdWords is. If it's a service, it's a little more difficult and you have to do a little more work. But my point is, it's completely controllable. you can say, I'm going to spend a month, I'll spend $100, and if I make $150 from that $100, I'll keep doing it. If I break even, I'm going to stop. It's completely controllable. And so usually that is a incentive for people to at least try it. Basically, you're guaranteed traffic. If you spend the money, you get the traffic. What happens when they hit your site is another issue, but you are guaranteed traffic in relationship, direct relationship to how much money you will spend. Okay? And it's just very budgetable. Like I said, you can say, I'm going to spend $100 this month. I set up a little PPC campaign for my wife 3 years ago when she was doing editing work. We were spending $15 a month, and she was making very good money off that $15. So small companies can do a lot with just a little bit of money in pay-per-click. Okay. So a little more base work. Just how is AdWords organized? And this is kind of confusing to some people. There are 3 levels of organization inside of AdWords. They have campaigns, and campaigns are made up of ad groups, and then ad groups are made up of keywords. So you have 3 different levels of organization inside of AdWords that you can work with. So with campaigns, with each of these levels, there are different things that you can control. So for example, at the campaign level, you can control where you want the person who's doing the search, where they're sitting. Okay, you can say, I want my ads to only show up in Chicago. That's controlled at the campaign level. Your daily budget, how much you want to spend per day, is controlled at the campaign level. And then there's other things, but just to give you kind of a taste. At the ad group level, you control the ads. What ad is going to show up for what keywords. You control where the landing page, if they click on your ad, where they're going to show up. Okay? And then keywords, you control what keywords you have is the most important thing. Which keywords you're using, and you can control how much you're bidding for each keyword. So a lot of people don't understand that they kind of just think, well, there's keywords, and actually there's 3 different levels: campaigns, ad groups, and keyword. I'm going to be talking a bit more about particularly ad groups and keywords in a little bit later.